Hello and welcome to TTV News with some last event in Tay Ninh province. And now we come into details. In the morning of May 4 in Hai Phong, Ms. Trương Thị Mai, member of the Police Bureau Secretary of the Party Central Committee, head of the Central Organizing Committee, presided at the conference on implementing the Police Bureau decision on Hai Phong City Codice work. Attending the conference, there were Mr. Nguyễn Văn Nên, member of the Police Bureau, Secretary of Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee, Mr. Lê Văn Thành, member of the Party Central Committee, Deputy Prime Minister, Secretary of the City Party Committee, Chairman of Hai Phong City People Council, Mr. Tran Luu Quang, member of the Party Central Committee, Standing Deputy Secretary of Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee.
According to decision number 83 dated April 29 of the Politburo on assigning Mr. Tran Luu Quang, member of the Party Central Committee, Standing Deputy Secretary of Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee, to stop joining the Secretary Committee, Standing Committee, left the post of Standing Deputy Secretary of City Party Committee, and is appointed to join the Secretary Committee, the Standing Committee, as Secretary of Hai Phong City Party Committee for the 2020-2025 term. On behalf of the Politburo, Ms. Trương Thị Mai presented flowers to Mr. Lê Văn Thành and handed over the decision of the Politburo to Mr. Tran Luu Quang. The head of the Central Organizing Committee acknowledged the achievements achieved by Hai Phong City in the past term. Especially, she appreciated the efforts of Deputy Prime Minister Lê Văn Thành, which him in the new position continue to promote his mentality and strength together with the government to build a rich and strong country. New Secretary of the City Party Committee Tran Luu Quang respect the Politburo for its trust in assigning new tasks, at the same time expressing his determination with the Party Committee, the city government, to unite to build the city, to continue the achievements that Hai Phong has achieved and build a modern and civilized port city.
Preparation for election entering a peak period, the subcommittee and locality have intensified the propaganda with more radical content, continue to review and familiarize the number of voters in the area. In particular, the health sector must analyze plans for management and prevention of epidemics at police stations. That's where the direction of Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Chairman of the Provincial People Committee, Chairman of Tay Ninh Provincial Election Commissions, at the A section of Provincial Election Commissions, take place in the morning of May 4, 2021.
The preparation and posting the electoral roll, dividing the polling stations, and setting up the electoral teams have been prepared completely. As of April 28, 2021, the whole province of Tay Ninh had 1,012,309 voters, a decrease of 835 voters compared to April 20, 2021. Currently, communities and towns are printing and distributing voter cards. The subcommittees on security, order and health, in coordination with the public security, the military command and the border guard command of Tay Ninh province, has implemented plans to protect security, politics, and social order and safety. Currently, the Department of Home Affairs coordinates with the printing units to review the last information in the list of abstract and biographies of the candidates. The election ballots according to its constituency ensures accuracy. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc instructed localities to continue reviewing electoral cards before May 13, promote information and communication more, creating an exciting atmosphere among the people. On May 20, Provincial Election Commission will hold a night session. Facing the complicated development of the epidemic in countries in the region, especially in the localities bordering Tay Ninh, on May 4th, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Head of Tay Ninh Provincial Steering Committee for Epidemic Prevention Control, chaired the meeting. Attending the meeting, there were also standing Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng and members of the Steering Committee for Epidemic Prevention and Control of the province, districts, towns, and city. Currently, the situation of people entering Vietnam through Tay Ninh international bordergates is increasing. Therefore, the Department of Health also suggested localities to be ready for facilities and the force of health workers to receive isolation. From May 5th, the health sector will deploy vaccination to the Steering Committee and the Epidemic Prevention Forces. The Provincial Border Guard Command increased the number of jobs at anti-epidemic posts across the border in the first 2 turns, with 313 officers and soldiers. At the same time, it has solidified anti-epidemic posts, equipped additional medical equipment and supplies to support the forces in fulfilling their tasks. Over the past few days, the police forces at the border localities have continuously arrested those who illegally enter Vietnam through the jails and openings. Facing epidemic outbreaks in many localities, the province will also strengthen its prevention measures to higher levels in the inland. Besides coordinating to be ready for unexpected situations, the health sector also has reviewed and planned to ensure safety against epidemic in the upcoming election of deputies to the 15th National Assembly and People's Councils at town levels.
In the afternoon of May 4, the Standing Committee of the People's Council of Tay Ninh Province has a regular meeting in May 2021. Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, Secretary of Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People Councils, chairs the conference. Attending the meeting, there were Mr. Dương Văn Thắng, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People Committee, and leaders of the party and branches.
At the meeting, leaders of departments and agencies submitted for proposals to develop a number of resolutions regulating the rate and regime of collection and payment of fees in areas such as natural resources and environment, and construction licensing, business registration, expenses for organizing scientific, technological, and technical innovation contests in the province. In order to implement investment projects for the first phase in 2021, the Provincial People's Committee has also submitted a proposal to develop a resolution on changing the purpose of using less than 10 hectares of petty land, less than 20 hectares of protected forest land, special use forest land. Next, it is the report to develop the resolution of the medium-term public investment plan for 5 years of 2021-2025. With the capital from the provincial budget. Senior Lieutenant Colonel Nguyễn Thành Tâm, Deputy Commander of the Provincial Military Command, submitted a proposal to develop a resolution approving a number of regimes and policies for the self-defense militia for the period of 2021-2025 in the province. The above contents are expected to be considered by the Provincial People's Council at the mid-year meeting of 2021. In order to join hands with the forces on the front line to fight the epidemic, on May 4, 2021, the mission led by Mr. Nguyễn Hữu Hiệp, Head of Commission for Mass Mobilization of Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee, supported the front package, medical supplies and basic necessities worth 3.2 billion Vietnam dong for the forces on duties in the border. At the border guard station of Phước Tân Border Gate, welcoming the delegation, there were Mr. Phạm Hùng Thái, Permanent Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Colonel Nguyễn Tài Sơn, the Provincial Party Committee Political Commissioner, said that since the date of reactivating the entire anti-epidemic system, the border guard has continued to maintain 129 key battlefields and 36 mobile teams for epidemic prevention control. 189 cases have been discovered and handled, with 807 subjects, of which 141 cases and 778 subjects enter illegally across the border. Currently, the epidemic in the areas outside our borderline is strongly outbreaking. The risk of epidemic entering and spreading across the border is very high. The High Command of Border Guard and the 7 Military Region Command have just mobilized reinforcement for Tay Ninh Border Guard over 500 officers and soldiers with determination to tighten the security of the border area because a backline is always safe. Mr. Nguyễn Hữu Hiệp awarded the symbolic package of funding and medical equipment worth 3 billion Vietnam dong and 200 million Vietnam dong to install energy lamps for anti-epidemic checkpoints. In addition, the City High Command gave gifts to officers and soldiers at the post and border station at Phước Tân Border Gate.
The Social Insurance of Tay Ninh Province has requested medical examination and treatment treatments with the insurance of province to coordinate strictly with the Public Health Number 97, dated January 29, 2021 of the Ministry of Health.
Accordingly, organizing the prescription and dispensing of outpatient medications for chronic diseases with longer duration for all subjects remains in maximum test for SARS-CoV-2 for the patient under the guidance in official letter number 5268 dated October 1, 2020 of the Ministry of Health for early detection, prevention and thorough isolation, guiding referrals, re-examination appointments suitable to the local epidemic situation, ensuring convenience for patients to participate in health insurance and safety in epidemic prevention and control.
That's all for TTV News today. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.